Hi everyone, and thank you for visiting my channel, Fleeting Beauty by Simply Kim. Today I am in my kitchen because I'm going to try very hard to show you guys how to make something really cool, very easy for breakfast. And it involves a lot of protein because I am on the carnivore diet. So stay tuned. Hey, welcome back. All right, so let's get started. I won't even go into a whole lot of things without moving and grooving while I'm talking to you guys. So today we're going to be making something that I call salmon lox with eggs. Okay, it's a really nifty, crazy name. I know it's like so hard to figure out what that means, but that's what we're making today. So let's get started. Today's meal includes smoked salmon, uncured bacon, eggs, goat cheese, salami, Himalayan sea salt, fresh black pepper, and ghee. As I mentioned in my opening, I am on the carnivore diet. So while I'm going through the actions of actually making this meal for breakfast, I thought I would talk to you guys a little bit about why I like the carnivore diet, and you might like it too. So what I do know is I love it because it's super easy. I mean, my food choices are pretty much limited to protein from animals. So that's what the carnivore diet really is. It's a diet that is made up of mostly animal protein and very high in animal fat. So anything that you're consuming on this diet will come from one of the following. So you're looking at chicken or any poultry at all, eggs, fish, pork, beef. It's recommended that you don't use dairy on this diet. However, I personally incorporated cheese into my diet. And I do know that several carnivores will use dairy when drinking their black coffee in the morning. So things that you don't have on the diet for sure would be grains, nuts, fruit, vegetables, beans, carbs from grains, etc. It's purely animal. It's an animal diet. And you will not be unsatisfied on this diet. Look at what's on my cutting board right now. I got bacon, I got fish, I got salami, I have cheese. I mean, there's nothing but flavor there. And the truth of the matter is, the diet is beneficial in so many ways. Not only is everything really tasty, but it's satiating. And that is like the biggest thing with most people for overeating, is that there's a chemical that's released in your brain that lets your body know that you're full. And that that hormone is called leptin. So leptin gets released based on certain foods that you eat. And meat, such as steak, fish, like the fattier the meat or fish, the more satiating it is. And you will get that release in your brain that says, okay, I'm good, stop eating. So there's lots of vegetables, lots of carbs, sugar. All of those foods don't release that chemical, which is why we can eat a whole bag of chips or cookies and not even think twice about going back to get another one. At least I'm guilty of that. So the satiating effect of eating these kinds of foods means that you won't overeat. And then what you are eating is actually protein, so it's lower in calories as it is. So there's also mental clarity as another benefit of the carnivore diet, because you're eating primarily protein and fat, and your brain is actually made up of fat, so it needs fat to function. Decreased inflammation from limiting carbs and focusing on fat, faster weight loss from steady blood sugar levels. So you're actually helping with your insulin issues, like if you have insulin resistance, which means that you're basically in fat storage mode, you're going to stop that because you're not going to be spiking your sugar levels with eating a bunch of carbohydrates or eating a bunch of sugar. It also improves your digestion from reduced fiber intake, which is probably goes totally against what you're used to hearing about fiber. And it puts your body into ketosis, which means that your body is now starting to burn fat for fuel instead of carbs because there's a deficit of carbohydrates in your body. So your body is now going to start burning your fat, your body fat, for fuel to give you energy. So you're going to start to see, even if you don't see the pounds on the scale, you're going to start to see inches going away. And that's what I'm experiencing personally. I'm not seeing a lot of change in the scale, but I am definitely seeing where my clothes are fitting me a little bit better. And this is about 4 weeks for me into the diet, which that's how long it takes typically. So once you start the carnivore diet, stick with it. Another question that people ask while they're on the carnivore is whether or not they should exercise. I've heard of people doing the carnivore and not jumping into aerobics or anything like it. Just remember that only 20% of your weight loss is going to come from diet, and the other 80% is coming from what you're eating. For the simple fact of your body is like a computer. When you put something in it, your body's going to respond, and you just want it to respond the right way. So getting back to what I'm doing here, right now I'm trying very hard to roll up these salmon locks, with my soft goat cheese, which has some chives in it just for flavor. Don't tell anybody. But I do have a little bit of something in there besides cheese, and you can see I'm trying desperately to roll these things up. And what happened was I think I cooked my bacon a little bit too long, so the bacon is a little stiff, and so I'm having kind of a hard time. So these didn't come out as pretty as I wanted, but they still tasted really good. These are my 3 egg yolks, and I only use egg yolks typically because if you have problems with your histamine levels, if you have a lot of inflammation and that kind of thing, it's highly recommended that you don't eat egg whites, which again is such a different thing than what we've been taught. I mean, you can buy egg whites in a carton because someone told us that it was healthier. Actually, it causes inflammation, and your omegas are found in the egg yolks. So the better egg you eat, look at those yolks. I do cage-free eggs, and my yolks are practically orange. I mean, they look like a duck egg sometimes when I get them. So these are pretty good, the brand that I buy, and I can link that below if you'd like to know. But I get them from Whole Foods, and they're reasonably priced for a dozen. But I do 3 egg yolks, and then just 1 egg white. So I throw out the other egg whites. And I also try to keep in there the part that I always thought was so gross, the little membrane, the little white membrane that you see when you crack open an egg. That actually is full of collagen. Like, you need to have that if you want to have healthy skin, hair, and nails. Make sure you don't toss that out. That's actually the good part. My goodness, we have been taught so wrong for so long. So now I'm just going to scramble these eggs up. As far as exercise though, getting back to that, it is recommended that ladies do strength training, so lifting weights that are not horribly heavy, but you can excel to heavier weight if you'd like to. It just helps you to build muscle, which of course we know helps to burn fat. So that's the finished dish. You can see my 3 lox there with my eggs. I'm garnishing now with some salami just to make it pretty. Voila! So that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am about to eat this now. But before I do, I just want to let you know what's in all of this goodness. With all of the ingredients, we have smoked salmon, which is 26 grams of protein, the uncured bacon, we have 3 slices, that's 10 grams of protein. We have 3 egg yolks and 1 egg white, that's 18 grams of protein. Then we have some goat cheese. We only used about half the packet. There's like 16 grams of protein in the whole packet. So I would say we used about half of it. So we've got then 8 grams of protein there. The salami we used as kind of a garnish, and we used some inside of the lock wraps that we did. So that's another 4 grams of protein. Then we had Himalayan sea salt, and we had fresh black pepper, and then we had some ghee that we used to cook with. That's 66 grams of protein in just this one meal. And I guarantee you, once I eat it, I'm probably not gonna be hungry for a while, but I'm gonna force myself to have at least one more meal. It might be like some chicken wings or something like that. So that'll be it for my day. But I'll be very happy to get this inside of my mouth. So that's it. Thank you so much for visiting me on my channel, Fleeting Beauty by Simply Kim. We will see you next time. I'm gonna go ahead and start eating this right now because I'm starving. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.